welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in and watching the Cypress Sports Show, brought to you by Coach's Corner, your go-to spot before and after the game. Coach's Corner was here last week. They do a lot of stuff for the community. I believe they fed the teachers. Did they not?
They sure did. The Coach's Corner is always there when you need them.
How was it? 10 out of 10.
It always is.
Why
it always
wouldn't
is.
it be?
Yeah, it's great pizza.
Yeah.
It's good time, great pizza.
Yeah. Lincoln and Moody?
Lincoln and Moody. Yep.
Lincoln and Moody,
Yep.
right there on Lincoln. Get over there. All right, I'm Jeff Russell here with Mark Slevcove. We know that. All right, today we're going to talk to senior football players Tyler White and Chasen Sparks. And of course, we will check in with Mr. Pfeiffer and his Destination Jiu-Jitsu segment. 54 with 5-4, 5-4 with the 54.
That's all of it.
Yeah. All right, Slev. Wrap it up. Let's go. What do we got?
All right, we're coming off football bye week. The football team opens up league play in the Delta League this Friday night in the first game of the new Delta League. 5 games to go in the league seasons, week 6 through 10. Good luck Friday night at Tustin, fellas. Girls flag football team beat Crean Lutheran 21-13 last week to finish the first round of Crestview League at 3-1. The girls then beat La Habra in a non-league game before going 0-3 on Saturday versus some stiff competition in the gold bracket of the El Toro tournament. But the CIF Power Rankings currently has our team at number 15 in all of the southern section. There's now 200 and something schools playing girls flag football. So we're doing exceptionally well. We're playing the top competition. Our losses are versus the very best teams out there. This week, the girls begin the second round of league play versus Esperanza and El Dorado. Girls volleyball finished up the first round of the Freeway League at 4-0 after a sweep of Esperanza. This week, the girls travel to Yorba Linda and host Villa Park in a couple Freeway League games. Boys water polo team opened up the North Hills League with an exciting 9-8 victory over El Medina. Caden Steed, sophomore, threw in 3 goals, and senior Ian Tinneman had a huge save on a 5-meter at the end of the game. This week, the boys travel to Esperanza and host Sure High School in a non-league game. Girls tennis is off to an 0-2 start in the very tough Crestview League after losing their opening matches to Crean Lutheran and Foothill. The girls look to get on the right track this week with matches versus Canyon and Yorba Linda. Girls golf got their first Crestview victory with a win over Yorba Linda, 216-219. This week, the girls have 3 league matches, taking on Yorba Linda, Canyon, and Sunny Hills. And cross country, they didn't compete this week. They're off again as they get ready to travel to Clovis in Fresno for the invite up there on October 12th.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. I know tennis typically does really well, but I think there's some injuries. I saw them the other day at Western. We got some girls that were hurting out, so hopefully once they're back full strength, get right back on track. I'm sure Coach Paul, he's got it mapped out.
He does. He definitely has it mapped out. There's no doubt.
Yeah, he's got it all set up. All right, well, hey, it is that time to check in with Mr. What?
Pfeiffer.
Where's Pfeiffer? Mr. Pfeiffer?
Pfeiffer.
Destination Jiu-Jitsu. Pfeiffer. Where? Pfeiffer. Oh, hey guys. Hey, this week, so what we got this week, we're gonna, Mr. Pfeiffer's not here. I don't know where Pfeiffer is this week, but I know we got a Mr. Pfeiffer segment here. Well, we're checking in with him. What? Five? What
Hey,
do
guys.
we got?
Here's what we got this week. We went out, checked in with some athletes, checked in on their, their favorite water bottles.
Water bottles.
What kind of water bottles do you like?
What do you
You
like?
got a Hydro Flask?
I
a
don't.
Yeti?
I do.
A Stanley? What are we going with?
I have a Yeti small one, and then I have the is it Hydro Flask? What's the other one you buy at Costco?
No, that's the knockoff brand, Coach.
Yeah, that's
what
what
is
I
that
got.
one?
It's cheaper.
What is that one? It is way
It's the
cheaper.
same thing. It's at Costco. You get 2 for the price of 1.
2 for 1.
It's not Hydro Flask. A Thermo Flask.
Thermo Flask.
Yeah.
And you'll see that some of the girls we talked with, some of the athletes, they got a 4th option too. They don't all go with the top 3.
Ah.
So we got doppelgangers, we got pet peeves, we got lots of questions to see what they say.
The only thing we don't have
is
is
Pfeiffer.
Mr. Pfeiffer.
Let's check it out.
Matthew Baldonado, here we are, right? 54 with Pfeiffer. I have 4 questions, or 5 questions for you, or 4 questions for you. Maybe 5, I don't know. Brody, water polo, Cypress High School, here we are, volleyball. How are you?
I'm good.
Good
How
to
are
see
you?
you. I'm well. Thanks for asking. Bishop, right? Flag
Yes,
football?
yes.
Check you out. Didn't we just have you on last week?
Yes, I was on
And weren't
last
you just highlighted on the, you're always on TV. She's always on TV. Xavier, here we are, Cypress High School, check it out. Stanley, Yeti, or Hydro Flask?
Probably Yeti.
Yeti?
I like an Awala actually.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, those are nice.
Hydro Flask.
What are you holding?
Awala?
So,
You
why aren't
forgot
you
this.
holding
Well, because
Hydro Flask?
that's like my second. After this, it's like my second
Oh, okay.
option.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can go like this, and then you can like drink it like this,
You could
or you can just like sip like this.
Hydro Flask.
Hydro Flask. Oh, very cool.
Hydro Flask for sure.
Why for sure?
Yeti, it's just like coolers, but and then Hydro or Stanley's, I don't like the handle.
You don't like the handle.
Yeah.
What's your biggest pet peeve out there on the football field? Bugs you. Just drives you nuts.
When receivers don't catch a ball.
When receivers don't catch the ball?
It's right there. It can, on quarterback. So.
It's right there on
Yeah.
the fingertips. Come on, get
Yeah,
it in.
But the receivers could also say otherwise. So
Yeah. Well, the quarterbacks are probably their pet peeve, right?
yeah, probably.
Okay.
Probably.
What is your biggest pet peeve out there on the flag football field?
The eye black thing. When they told us we can only have one line and we can't have like.
Oh, that was rad because you guys paint your face
Yeah,
up
we
like
do like cats and like different lines and stuff, and they tell us to take it off.
Rules.
I hate that.
rules. What's your biggest pet peeve out there in the pool when you're competing in water polo?
When people don't move, when they just sit there.
My biggest pet peeve is when people don't take accountability, like mess up on a play and they're like what if
You
I
ever
didn't do
messed up on a
anything.
play?
Yeah,
You take accountability for it?
yeah.
My biggest pet peeve on the volleyball court is when I let a tip drop because I get really angry.
My bad.
What is the no run rule in flag football?
Like the no run zone.
Yeah.
Inside the.
It's when you can't run within like 5 yards of the end zone,
Almost.
or in like the middle of it, something like
Just
that.
can't run 5 yards.
Or you can't run inside that zone.
Oh, the no run zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
If you're like, I think it's 10 yards. Oh no.
I think it's like once you get to like a certain point, you can't run.
No run.
Yeah.
That's the rule.
No run. I don't know.
What does it sound like?
It sounds like you can't run.
Yeah.
10-yard line, 20-yard line, flag football, and then you can't run.
No run.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Could you crawl?
No.
No crawl. Okay.
You can only the QB can only run once every four downs, and then the no run zone is if you're, I think it's
You can play flag football, right?
yeah, but I
Okay.
don't know. I think it's 5 yards from the end zone or 5 yards from getting a first down.
So close. You just depend on the coach to call it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Call
the
play.
ref.
What's the rule?
What's the rules that you're not allowed to run?
No-run zones are located 5 yards from each end zone and 5 yards from each line to gain.
All right. Who's your doppelganger? Who have you been told you look like?
Coach Crooks says I look like Mox.
Mox.
Forgot what movie it was.
Mox from like a Sandler. No, what is that movie? Who's your doppelganger? Who have you been told you look like?
A couple years ago, I got told I looked like Matt Goody, like senior. A couple years ago.
No, I'm talking somebody famous. Somebody
Oh.
like
Some moms told me I looked like Tom Cruise once.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, when I had my hair grown out a bit.
Who's your doppelganger? Who do you look like?
Who do I look like? I get Moana a lot, but just because I'm Hawaiian.
You're Hawaiian, right? So you get
So
the Moana?
yeah, I
Right.
get called that.
Who looks like
Probably my dad.
your dad? What about somebody famous?
I don't know. A lot of people say Ed Sheeran. That's probably just because I'm Asian.
Okay, and then who's your doppelganger? Who have you been told you look like?
I don't know.
Somebody, come on.
I don't know. No, but no one's ever told me that.
Nobody's told
Like
you
a
you look
famous
like somebody
person or like-
famous or anything.
I don't know. I've never been told that. Like I honestly know what that word meant
Oh.
because I've never been told that.
All right, we're gonna find your doppelganger.
Okay.
Delgado students, you find the doppelganger. What's her song?
Her song?
Yeah.
How Far I'll Go.
How's it going?
I'm not singing that. Are you kidding? Especially this is gonna be on TCTV.
Oh, yeah, you had me at hello?
Hello.
Never mind. It's a
All right, thanks, Mr. Pfeiffer. A little fun with Fife. I mean, he is the star of the show.
He sure is. That's the only thing people talk about.
That's 100%. When they watch their 54 seconds of the show, it's with 5-4.
He's probably off grading papers right now. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, hey, let's check out this week. Let's check in with Coach Crooks, find out about our upcoming opponent, Tustin. Coach Crooks.
All right, Coach Crooks, heading to Week 6, first league game in the new Delta League versus Tustin on Friday night at Tustin. First off, what are we looking forward to in the Delta League this year?
Well, we're looking for one of the top 3 conferences in the county that we're now in, along with Tustin, El Medina, Tribuca Hills, Capo Valley, and Western. So we're looking forward to be a tough, difficult path, but we're ready for the challenge.
All right, this week Tustin's the number 11 team in the county. They're 4-1 in their non-league. Well, what are the keys to stopping them this week?
Well, we know Tustin because they've been in our league. They're tough. Last Chance U, they always seem to add new players every single year to their roster. So we got to stop their run. They're big up front, and the quarterback is able to throw the ball, but the run is we definitely got to stop.
And coming off a bye week, how does last week look? And coming into this week, what do we do to prepare coming off the bye week?
Well, the good thing is Tustin also had a bye week too as well. So we were able to get all the film in, so we spent an extra week preparing for them. Practice has been good during the bye week. We got some key guys that got healthy and, had some good practices back in the weight room, going back to the basics, and then just making sure that everything's ready to go for this week.
All right, good luck Friday night, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Crooks, we are ready to roll this week. Speaking of rolling, we got a couple of your guys here, Coach. Today we're going to welcome senior football players Tyler White and Chasen Sparks to the program. Welcome, fellas.
Thank you.
Guys are super excited to be here as always, man. So you guys are part of the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Coach Crooks.
Yeah.
Is it weird that Coach Crooks, do you know what position he played in high school?
He was a quarterback.
Yeah.
Is it weird that he's the
Yeah.
defensive guy?
Well, I mean, he knows what works, so,
Yeah. He sees everything,
Yeah,
right? So he's got to be able to help prepare you. Does he ever utilize that kind of in his teaching?
He's talked about, quarterback sometimes, but I know mainly he just, keeps it with the defense. You don't hear much about it.
Yeah. He doesn't really talk about it as much.
But, I mean, does he look at you guys as we're running over stuff and then you're lining up maybe defensively and he's thinking quarterback perspective, like, hey, I'm noticing you're doing this, so that's going to tip them off a little bit?
I think 100% he does that at times, He sees what worked. Like, when he played, he probably, looks at us and he's like, okay, that worked when I played against them, so he's like, don't do that, He's like, yeah.
And I saw Coach Crooks play in high school. He threw the ball to the defense plenty of times.
right.
Plenty of times, man.
Yeah.
He knew exactly where those linebackers were.
Well, hey, tomorrow, now this is going to air later in the week, but today's Monday as we're filming. Tomorrow we're going to have a little ribbon cutting ceremony on the new field. What's it been like to have the new field running out, practicing?
The new field's been great. It's way better than playing on dirt, last year and all the past years. It's even ground, the turf's nice, the track's nice, everything's really nice about it. It's a lot hotter than before, of course, with the turf, but yeah, we're all grateful to have it,
Very cool. What about?
It's so much better. You don't feel like you're in danger when you're running on the field and have to worry about tripping all over the grass. It's so nice.
Do you feel like more sense of pride in the program, the school, all that with that type of field?
They spent a lot of time working on it, so you don't want to mess it up, how you can't walk with your cleats on the tracks, and just taking care of it is really important,
And I feel like last year when I ran, or 2 years ago when I ran track, I was we were the only school with the dirt track, and it was embarrassing, having people come here and it's run on dirt.
Yeah.
So now it's nice to have that.
Nice.
All right, we're halfway through the season. We just came off our bye week. Looking back from spring practice, summer ball, first half of the season, what's been your guys' best moment individually and collectively as a team?
I think individually, my best moment has just been talking to the younger players definitely and trying to get them ready from like, cause like when I was a sophomore and a junior, I had great seniors in front of me. You know, I had like Trevor and like Rocco and those type of people. So I think it's very important for me and like our other seniors to do that to these younger guys, what they did to me, you know, the other seniors. So I think just helping them out, you know, and being a leader for them is really important to me, and I think it's been a cool moment.
Yeah, I think like the same thing. Like these younger guys have so much potential on the field, and like even our first game, like seeing that, like a lot of them were scared to hit. Like I feel like sophomore year, like I like saw the field and I was like, dang, like these varsity guys are big and scary, you know. But like they came out there with energy and like they weren't scared, and so that was like really cool to see.
I think you guys are full of it. I hear your name over the announcers all the time. With the pick, with the catch, and this and making plays. You guys don't have one play that sticks out so far?
I think Lawndale, you know, I don't know if any of you guys were there, but it was, I think, third quarter. I'm playing middle linebacker. I usually play outside, but they put me in middle of that game. And I look, they're in 3-by-1, and I look at the third receiver. He runs a hitch, right? So I look at the quarterback, and I see him load up to throw, and I just throws the ball like pretty much right to me as I'm running. I don't get the pick six. I get hawked down a little bit, but it was just a great moment, you know. I was all hyped running on the sidelines. You know, I got out of breath, you know, a little bit. I had to relax, but that was a great moment, you know, for the team and everybody. And that was a great win for us, you know, because we came off a loss, and it was just a big win for the whole team to bring the morale up and everything.
When you were out of breath, you get knocked around a little bit.
Oh,
Who comes over and saves the day for you, Tyler?
Marcy saves the day for me, you know. Marcy's been great, you know. I hurt my shoulder last game a little bit, and, you know, it's just cool to see Marcy run out on the field. You know, she cares about you so much, and she just always takes care of you.
Very good. How about Chasen? Come on. One play, one tackle, one thing that sticks out.
Probably the same game, Lawndale. Matt, he got a pick, and then we were running back together, and there was this guy that was like chasing him down, and he like pointed at him. He's like, "Oh, get him!" And then I just turned around. And
I remember that. I was right there in front of you. He pointed to him. You waited for perfect timing so you wouldn't get a block in the back, and you hit him just perfect. That was a great play.
You mentioned like helping the younger guys and things like that. What do you guys do to help kind of like support and motivate each other in not just a game but practice every day?
I think just, you know, keeping everybody, you know, to be like, because like our team, we talk a lot, right? Like we don't ever like be quiet. So like it's like I kind of like want to like level them out and like keep them cool at times, you know, and like, you know, just have them have good like discipline, you know, because that's important on the field, you know. So I try and like I try and play like because like they watch me play, right? So like how I play leads to like what stuff they do. So like I want to lead by example too.
Nice.
Yeah, and I also think in the weight room too, like. I feel like a little bit in our class, you can kind of see it on the field that we didn't work as hard in the weight room as we should have. And I don't want the younger class to be like that because I feel like they have so much potential. Like if they keep lifting, like they'll see the results.
Yeah, I think the weight room is a really good spot for you guys to lead, right? When you get on the field, there's a lot of other things going on, but the weight room's like that.
That's where it starts.
Right there, we're going to get each other motivated. We're going to work. I mean, it's really a great place for you guys to kind of help lead the other guys as they go on. So, well, moving on, right? You're moving into a new league format. That's a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
So we start the year off. We have some pretty tough preseason games. Now we move to that league season. Any thoughts on like how that's going to be? What do you think it's going to be like?
The new league, it's going to be tough. It's going to be rough. And I mean, every single team we play is good. We don't have like no like easy like games like last year. You know, like how we play like Valencia, like where there were like these other teams, but like, sorry.
Respect all opponents.
Sorry. They're a great opponent, but this league, these next 5 games we have, they're all tough. They're all great teams that we play. Like you know, Western, they're good. Like El Medina, they all have great players. You know, so it's like we're just gonna have to fight hard every single play.
Can you name what league we're in?
The Delta League.
The Delta League. And can you name all the schools in it? I've been put on the spot a couple times, and I get mixed up.
Course.
I forget one.
All
What
the
do we
schools
got?
in the Delta?
All the schools in the Delta League.
Okay, we got Tustin, Capo, Western, Tribuco, El Medina, and us.
Oh, there you go.
Right.
Easy. That was easy for Tyler.
Jason, you didn't ask me. What are you looking forward to in the new league?
I mean, it's like he said, it's definitely going to be hard. It's going to be a challenge, but it's kind of like nice that like every game like we're going to have to work, and it's going to be a lot of development for the younger kids too, and so that's going to be good for them. I wish like when we were younger it was the same way. Like we would have developed a lot with this league.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a challenge, no doubt. And our preseason schedule's been quite a challenge. And now we got 5 games 5 games left in the season. League starts this Friday night at Tustin. What's the one opponent, the one moment you guys are looking forward to in the next 5 weeks?
I definitely think, our senior night. I think I'm really excited for that, just because it's it's a big game. It's home. It's my senior night, so I'm hoping that it's going to be great. And homecoming, too. It's our last 2 home games, right? They're back-to-back. So I just really want to make the most out of those games.
Yeah, I think this Friday at Tustin I'm looking forward to because one of my friends just transferred in. He's playing quarterback this year, so playing against him is going to be fun,
We're going to get a pick off of him.
Yeah, make some plays off him.
So what about the last few years? We're a different league, but if you look back at the last few years, how did the past years and the preseason, tougher preseason, how did that kind of help prepare you for this coming league play and maybe even the playoffs? Hopefully the playoffs, right?
Hopefully. It prepared us, the past years from, I don't know, the opponents that we played, it helped, the second strings or, the people that didn't get in as much. We got in more because we would play these teams, so it gave us more experience. My sophomore year, I didn't play, but, I had really good people in front of me, so I would always get in, right? And I think that helped me to become the player that I am, today, and it helped me, look more and get more reps on the field, so I think that helped me a lot.
And I also think playing, those, hard teams, it's you go into it and you're kind of a little bit nervous, you're scared, but, this year I felt a lot more confident on the field because I've already gone against those guys that are, 5 stars, 6'6", really good athletes.
Yeah. Have your guys' goals changed individually from your sophomore year when you were on varsity and getting in the game, finding some partial time, to now as seniors? Starting sophomore year, what goals did you have? And now that you're a senior, have you met those goals? Are you exceeding those goals? Or have you changed some of those things as you've gone along?
Yeah, no, definitely. My sophomore year, my goal was just to play as much as I can and make as many plays. But, coming up to this senior year, I made, way harder goals for me. I want to be, first in tackles in the league or get, the most TFLs in the league or, even become, defensive player of the year maybe, with how the season works out. But, yeah, I exceeded those goals from sophomore year, so I have to, step up my goals for this senior year, just to make sure I keep working hard.
Yeah, I think I'm the same way. Sophomore year, I was honestly just hoping that I'd start sometime. And now that I actually am, it's I have to set higher goals where it's I won't mess up as much, maybe make league this year, make actual plays.
And it's not easy being an athlete, right? It's tough being a student athlete. You guys put a lot of time in, you watch a lot of film, a regular week, right? You're lifting weights, you're watching film, lunchtime still?
Yeah.
So watching film at lunch, so you don't get to just go hang out. Then 6th period starts, you're usually lifting, and then you're on the field at 3:30.
Yeah, 3:30.
And then you're
20.
practicing until it's time to leave, tired, then you got to go home and you got to work, right? You be a student athlete. What is the biggest challenge for football players to be not only successful on the field but in the classroom?
I think it's the biggest challenge is probably managing your time wisely. Like you said, it's you don't get to hang out at lunch really. You get the last 5 minutes, and then right after 5th period ends, you go straight to practice, and then you don't get home till 5:30, and then you're eating dinner, and then you have homework for the rest of the night, and then you shower, go to bed, and then it's just a repeat that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think also discipline goes with that. You have to be disciplined to be because football, I have to be dedicated to football. I have to do this and accept it. I'm not going to have as much free time, and I need to put my work first.
Sounds like lifelong lessons. Time management, discipline, all those things that we preach is important.
Yep. Sometimes that poker game has to, you got to hold on to that poker game, right, T-Dub?
Yeah, can't have as many of those anymore.
Can't have as many of those during the season. Yeah, you got to prioritize.
Coach, young guys they can't play poker.
These guys play plenty of poker.
Not even penny. Plenty okay, but not penny. They play for chips.
All right, you guys have talked about how you guys are modeling and mentoring the younger guys, and you really want to push them, but you guys are senior brothers. How do you guys support and motivate each other? You guys have played together for a long time, and your entire senior class.
I've been with Chasen in my whole senior class since freshman year, of course, and I think just just words of encouragement always helps because I know that they can make plays. I know that they can be good, but sometimes if they get in their head too much, or one bad play happens and their head's down, it's just it's words of encouragement or like patting them on the back or something. It's like, hey, like next one, you got it. Forget about that one. I know you're gonna make plays. Like I know you're better than that. So I think just words of encouragement are the biggest thing for them because I know they can make those plays.
Yeah, definitely. And for like Tyler, I don't have to like worry that much because he's always putting like 100% on the field. But some of these other kids, like they make the mistakes and they let it get to them, and it's like, don't let it get to you. You're like such a great player. If you let that get to you, like you're not putting your 100% anymore, and like you should be.
Got to focus. Got to move on to the next play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Positivity, I love it. All right, well, we've come to the point in the show to do the fast action questions.
Oh.
Don't overthink them. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Defensive guys, but if you were only offensive guys, let's say, and you could come up with your own play in the huddle, what would it be?
Like you
Draw it up. What is, or just
play?
explain it. What is
All right,
it?
I would have, normal 2x2 formation, outside receivers both on one side. You motion the outside receiver, pitch it to him, pitch it to the other guy, reverse, and then while you reverse it, he rolls out, runs, throws it back to the running back on a wheel on the backside.
So double
The
reverse.
double reverse
Double
pass.
reverse
Yeah,
pass.
yeah.
Nah,
All
that's
right,
what I
all
like.
right. Mark that one down, Coach. All right.
I think mine's like the same thing, but instead of pass, probably do a run play.
Just a double reverse.
Yeah, just a double
run.
reverse run.
That's it?
I think
Yeah,
double
that's it.
reverse RPO.
Or even
You
like
got the option. You can
Yeah.
throw it around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or even like hook
Try
and
it out.
ladders,
Yeah.
like where you like,
Go ahead.
oh,
finish
okay,
up,
where
finish
one
up.
person like runs like a hitch or something, throw him the ball, another guy from the field just lateral it right back to him,
Yeah.
There's nothing like a 1st and 10 hook and ladder.
Exactly.
Just break it out right away.
Yeah.
Not in desperate times, just
No.
right away.
Come on,
You remember when
Coach.
we used to have a freshman coach that would allow staff
yeah,
members
yeah.
to draw up a
Yeah,
play?
we used to draw up plays.
Oh, and you
I
and
think
then
we
give it to the
still have
freshman
some, yeah.
coach, and then he would run that first play of the game.
Every week
That's
they'd run
great.
it.
First play,
Yeah.
that's great.
I think Efren should start doing that again.
I know. That was fun.
Yeah,
that was
sure.
fun. All right. Well, we already have that one. If you guys are in there, what is your favorite play we actually have right now? You're not making it up, but what's your favorite play?
On offense,
Yeah.
I think my favorite play is our homecoming play.
Homecoming.
Yeah,
Was that
it's a-
special for homecoming?
Nope, just
Okay.
when
That's
we're in
just your
times,
favorite one.
trick play, just always works. It always gets us big yards.
Nice.
My favorite play is probably counter read because I get to like pull like a lineman and go block.
Ah, nice, nice. Any clubs or activities you guys are in outside of football?
We do FCA, so we go to church on the Wednesdays or on the weekends. But besides that, no, not really.
It's probably a lot. Same? Yeah.
Yeah, just FCA.
Yeah, that's probably a lot. Best piece of advice your coaches have given you?
Best piece of advice probably is just stay disciplined on the field and you will succeed. And it's just like if you stay disciplined on the field and in football, it goes on in life too. It's not just football. Football helps you with life in general too.
Yeah, I remember discipline yourself so others don't have to.
That's right.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Coach
a good
Wooden.
one.
I like
Coach
that.
Wooden, look
Yeah,
him up.
That's not me.
Yeah, probably the same thing as Tyler. Just be disciplined.
All right, always the same time. I'm going to you first on this. Chief Mark is the get back coach.
Oh.
Give me a rating on Chief Mark's skills, 1 to 10, 10 being the best. How
10.
10?
He's great at his job.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Somebody's trying to not get pulled over. Hey, I would give him a solid 8 though.
8.
Yeah, I think he's pretty good.
All right.
I know,
We
for-
haven't had any penalties this year, right?
No penalties. We
Okay,
got
so
a
that's
couple
good.
warnings.
So
but
maybe we're going to
penalties.
drop him down
Yeah,
a little on
yeah.
the corner. Chief Mark got to step up his game a little bit. How would you rate your teammates, or how would your teammates rate you on the field? Like, what are they going to say, or how do they describe? Let's say, how do they describe you on the field?
I
There's
would.
a word.
If there's a word, one word, probably maybe crazy.
Crazy?
Yeah, just because I don't know. Whenever I always try and get in on a play, I always even if people are falling down, I just try and jump on the tackle last second, just to secure, So yeah, I think that's a one word.
Same thing.
No, probably wise. I feel like I make some smart plays on the field. I think.
What about off the field? How would they describe you? Same. Wise.
Crazy and wise.
Any
Yeah.
differences? Maybe. Nah.
Nah.
Not really.
Not really. If you could change one rule in football, what would you change?
One rule. Maybe. Probably something on defense that helps me. I think maybe no holding calls.
Holding.
like
That's a
to.
good one.
I was
No
gonna say
holding
that.
calls.
I feel like no holding calls would be a fun rule to get rid of. And it's just
Wow, not for the
stronger.
defense.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
I'm
but-
thinking defensive guy, even special teams,
I was-
like fair catch.
Oh,
Just get rid of it.
Hey, no fair catches.
Oh, you got it right.
That's a safety issue.
The guy's got no. There's no fair catch. He just runs. He's got to run and get out of the way.
Yeah,
You're gonna get out of the way first. You're never gonna catch it.
If you're gonna catch it, you gotta.
And you got to pay the price for
Exactly.
it. I mean,
I like that rule.
Yeah. If you could swap hairstyles with any player on the team, who would it be?
Oh wow. I'd probably swap hairstyles with probably our quarterback Xavier Guerrero. He's got like that really curly hair, like kind of mullet. I like his hair. I think it's cool.
All right.
I don't even know. Maybe like Kieran Grant at Vincent. I don't know.
Why?
Just middle part. That's what I had before.
Middle
Just
part,
go back,
solid.
yeah.
What about coaches? Who you swapping with? You got to pick somebody. Who you swapping with?
Coach JP.
I'd probably go Coach Crooks. Just buzz.
Make it easy.
Yeah, it's make it
Simple.
easy.
Sam?
No, I'd probably go with Coach Aiden.
Coach Aiden?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
the young guy.
Young guy's got the flow.
He's got the flow.
Yeah. All right. Well, there we have it. Thanks again to senior football players Tyler White and Chasen Sparks for being here. Thanks to our sponsors, Destination Jiu-Jitsu, Coach's Corner. Make sure you support those businesses because they support us. Thanks again for watching. Get out and see these guys this week. We'll see you all next week.